In this video, we'll learn how to create this backpack icon. For starters, let me break this icon down for you, well, as usual. You probably noticed there is a lot of rounded rectangles here. Here's one, these guys are rounded rectangles as well. There is 12 rounded rectangles in total, if I'm counting right. But if I'm wrong, just post a discussion and correct me. We got a simple rectangle down here, which is the strap. We got the handle, the strap with the buckles, and the side pockets. It's all put against a background, of course. We also have this shade going through the backpack. Okay, so let's get to work. As with the other icons, I'll prepare my document. So I will duplicate the artboard, and we can do it with the artboard tool, which you can select from the tools panel, or just by using the Shift+O shortcut. But before I start duplicating the artboard, I will make sure that Move Copy Artwork with Artboard is not selected. We only want to copy the artboard itself, not the artwork. So now we can clone the artboard by holding down the Shift key and the Alt key to clone it to the right, just like so. Now I will go ahead to the Layers panel to create a separate layer to work on. So I will Alt-click the new layer icon down here, just so I can get the layer options dialog box, and in here I will name my layer backpack, and I will just simply click OK. I will also lock the original layer by clicking in the spot to the left from the layer's name, which brings up this padlock icon just so I don't mess it up accidentally. And now I am ready to create my icon. I will start with a basic shape, which, yeah, you guessed it, is a rounded rectangle. So I will grab it from the Tools panel, and I will start drawing a rounded rectangle, which will be the base of the backpack. I want the corners to be fairly rounded. I am not scared of a bit too rounded corners. Now I'll go ahead and create this sleeping bag, again with the rounded rectangle tool. I want it to be a bit wider than the backpack itself. A quick pro tip here, guys. If you want to round the corners to the max, just press the right arrow key on the keyboard like so. Okay, now I will make sure that everything aligns properly. Now, just to have some rest from the rounded corners, rounded rectangles, I'll grab the ellipse tool to create the handle. I mean this top guy right here. So I will click and drag, just like so. And now with the direct selection tool, I'll grab the bottom anchor point. And in the control panel, I'll click this icon that converts anchor points to corners. And with the anchor point still selected, I'll hit the down arrow a few times, just like so. Yeah, I think this should be fine. You can tweak it to your liking. And I will send it all the way to the back. And I will play around with the size, just so it looks nice. Okay, back to the rounded rectangle. It's time to create the side pockets now. So let me grab the rounded rectangle from the Tools panel, and I will create the pockets. First the top part, and I will send it to the back, and now the bottom part. And of course, I will send it to the back as well. Of course, these shapes are really are arbitrary. You can have you can play around with the roundness of the corners. It's really totally up to you. And again, I will select everything, and I will align it to center. Okay, we are more than halfway there. Now it's time for the straps, and luckily we still have the rounded rectangle tool active. Okay, so let's create the first strap. This might need a second a second more than usual to get the shape right, so don't worry if you can get it right the first time. Just play with it, have fun, really have fun. It's all about fun. Okay, so let me zoom really close on the top part, and of course we need this top part to be flat, not rounded, right? So the best way to do this is to select these two anchor points with the direct selection tool, delete them, and just hit Ctrl+J or Command J on a Mac to join these guys. And now let's bring it just a bit up, zoom out, and it looks nice, don't you think? Okay, let's move on to the buckles. I'll start with the rounded rectangle tool, and this might take a few seconds of adjustment to get it right. And now I will create the remaining parts. Forgive me guys, but I really don't know what they are called. I just know that they are present in a typical strap scenario, so I'll just call them top and bottom parts, okay? Okay, so let's start with the top one and now the bottom one. A quick tip here, guys. If your buckle isn't aligning properly with the strap, well, don't worry. Just select the strap and all the buckle elements. And now, with everything selected, click on the strap once more. You can see that it looks like we've added additional anchor points, but it's really just a way of Illustrator indicating that it's now a key object, in relation to which we will align the rest of the elements. So now if we go to the Control panel, or to the Align panel if you prefer, we can align the objects to a key object, and that's what we want. So now if I click on Align to Center, you can see that everything aligns beautifully. Okay, now let me clone this strap to the right. And the last thing to do here is to create this small bottom strap, which I will do with the rectangle tool, just like so. Okay, we got the main shape. We created it using mostly rounded rectangle tool, but we also used the ellipse and the rectangle tools. We saw how to align elements to a key object and used a bit of convert to anchor point magic. In the next video, we'll take this one step further with the colors and the shading. So stay tuned.